So let's talk electrical setup. My motorhome has got a leisure battery in it, and the leisure battery runs the fridge when the gas is on and we're in motion. It also feeds all the lighting that is in my van. What it should do is it should ignite the boiler and give me hot water, but there is something dodgy going on there at the moment, so I have no hot water in my van at all. I have running water, but I don't have, the pump is running, but the electrical supply to the boiler is not kicking in for some reason. So I have no hot water in my van. But I also have a really crappy shower, so there's not really much hot water use that I would get in here. I've done the washing up a couple of times, and most of the times I've just boiled the kettle and done it in here. Kettle. There are some 12-volt plug sockets, but I don't have the right adapter for them. So I'm generally speaking charging stuff on my cigarette lighter as I'm driving along. I have got my EcoFlow here. I have got the small portable, the river version, and it's great as a backup. So I charged that before I came out. We've just made a stop recently and charged it again. I should be able to charge that via a cigarette lighter 12-volt plug into the cigarette lighter here, but for some reason it's not charging, which is a shame because the EcoFlow is wonderful for charging any devices, whether they're a 3-pin plug or a USB or D, whatever. See, it's got sockets for everything. I'm going to pause for a moment because we're on very unlevel ground. But basically, I have enough electricity going into my system to be able to charge most things off of the van whilst it's running. I do have a solar panel in a box that was meant to be fitted to my roof before it came away, but we just didn't get around to it. So I don't have anything other than charging up my batteries. However, we are driving on average about 3 hours, 4 hours a day, so maybe longer sometimes. So it's not been an issue so far. Jim's bus is set up in a bit of a different way, in the fact that he had some electrical problems just before we came away, and I am relying on his shower because he has a really good shower. He has some tanks of water that are pumped into a combi boiler that supplies a shower at a normal indoor house shower pressure. And I have to say, I am not going to spend any time trying to figure out what's wrong with my pathetic little shower when he's got a shower like that I can sneak in and borrow occasionally. So that's good, that's great. But he did have some problems with his electricity, his fan belt, so his alternator wasn't getting charged, and that wasn't charging his batteries, leisure batteries and bus battery, and the solar panels, because it's winter and we haven't got the number of hours each day to charge the solar panel to full count. Sometimes the shower is just packed up midway in the shower and gone, not got any more electric left to run it. So there was clearly a problem, and there was a chance that he was going to break down at some point, so we needed to get the electric sorted out. So we made a detour. His electrics are now sorted out. There is still some little issue, but the main issues have gone away. But we do have to remember to have a shower when the sun is up, and so that we can run the boiler and the pump. Washing up. Jim did a bit of work on his bus before we left, and he took out the sink and the hob that were fitted into the worktop that he had in there. He's put a new piece of worktop in, hasn't fitted a sink, hasn't fitted a hob. There is like a camping travel hob that he has plumbed into his main gas bottles. So we're using that, and that stores underneath the worktop. The worktop lifts up and it stores underneath there and comes out and goes back in again. The sink we've not missed at all. Basically it was being used as storage most of the time anyway. So if we have got the sunlight, we can get some hot water in the bowl for washing up from the shower. And if in most cases it's late at night and we've finished our meal and everything, just sticking the kettle on for a late cuppa and boiling more water than you need to drink and washing up with that, and it's sorted. Not difficult whatsoever. So that's kind of electricity and hot water. Heating wise, I have got a heater that like a gas heater, runs off my gas tank. Just click it on and it will heat my motorhome. Jim's got a log burner in his bus. His bus does get a bit warmer than mine, but there's a lot of drafts in the bus, and my van is it's not completely airtight, but it's pretty airtight. So if you want to quick out of the weather, get warm up a little bit, then yeah, jump in my bus. But if you need a real warm up because you've got wet, it's got cold, the night air is damp, you've got a gale passing by, whatever, the bus is definitely more of a cozy option, especially when Jim's in there playing his guitar and got the songbooks out and stuff like that, which is cool.